Leo stood atop the emerald grassy hill, his fingers tracing the rough, weathered bark of his shepherd's staff. Beside him, Max, a small dog with ears like soft velvet patches, nudged his hand for attention. The sun hung high and golden, casting long, stretching shadows over the grazing sheep. Leo kicked a stray pebble, watching it bounce rhythmically down the slope. The silence of the hills pressed against his ears, heavy and monotonous. He glanced toward the village. A cluster of brown roofs nestled peacefully in the valley. A sudden mischievous impulse twitched in his chest. He cupped his hands around his mouth and shattered the peace. Wolf! A wolf is attacking the flock! The sound tore through the quiet air like a blade. Below, the village erupted into chaotic motion. Men dropped their heavy hammers and hoes, sprinting up the steep incline with pitchforks held high. When they finally crested the hill, recklessly scanning the horizon for danger, Leo's shoulders shook, laughing. Just a joke. Faces grim, tools gripped, they trudged back in bitter silence. The very next day, boredom gnawed at Leo's heart again. Seeking that same thrill, he climbed a jagged rock and screamed, "Wolf, help me!" Once more, the loyal villagers scrambled up the rocky slope, their faces etched with genuine fear for the boy. When they saw Leo grinning once again, the old village elder stepped forward, his eyes cold as winter ice. "A liar will find no help when the truth finally arrives," he warned, his voice echoing with a gravity Leo did not yet understand. They left him alone on the hill, the wind beginning to chill. As the sky turned the color of a bruised plum, a low guttural growl vibrated through the tall grass. Max stiffened, his fur bristling into a jagged ridge along his spine. From the dense, suffocating shadows of the forest, a massive gray wolf emerged. Its yellow eyes were fixed hungrily on the huddled sheep. Leo lunged forward, his voice cracking with terror. "Wolf, help! It is real!" He screamed until his throat burned and his lungs ached. But the village remained deathly still. Doors stayed shut. The windows remained dark. He was utterly alone as the predator crept closer. Its powerful muscles coiled to spring. No one was coming to save him this time. Leo grabbed the heavy pen gate, swinging it open with a sharp metallic screech. "Max, move them!" he commanded. As the sheep bolted into the safety of the pen, Leo seized a metal bucket and a heavy stick. He struck the metal with rhythmic, deafening force. Clang! Clang! The sound echoed against the ancient rocks, creating a frantic, clanging wall of noise that filled the valley. Max barked incessantly, snapping fearlessly at the wolf's heels. The predator hesitated, its ears pinned back by the jarring, unnatural din! Leo did not stop, his arms aching with every strike, hammering the bucket, till the wolf finally retreated back into the dark woods. This morning, Leo stood in the village square with bow low, bribed the wolf, and terrifying silence of his pleas. He offered no excuses, only the truth. The elder placed a steady hand on his shoulder. Trust is a fragile thread, Leo. It takes time to weave it back together. Leo spent months mending fences and carrying water, proving his worth through actions rather than words. When a storm later threatened the flock, he shouted once. The entire village answered. As the clouds parted, Leo sat with Max, knowing he had finally earned his place among them.